What's up, Molten Gamers? Today, I'm recording an episode on my ALU Adder, and this is basically a calculator that can do nothing but add. It has a binary input, A and B, and a binary output. Over here, I'm planning on making a subtractor, divider, and multiplier, and this is what turns it on and off, so you can select each one. So we're going to select the adder, of course, because it's the only one. Oh, and just a note for people recording videos, I'm able to run this ALU at a constant 200 FPS without recording, and I'm only getting like 30 or 40 FPS while I'm recording. So, just saying, even if you have really good FPS and you're able to run it well, recording takes a giant toll. But basically, we can say 1 and 2, and that is obviously 3, and our output is going to give us 2 and 1, which is 3. Not very interesting because those literally are just the same ones that I just picked, but it does get interesting when you pick 2 of the same one, and it's able to take that and carry it over to the next value, or maybe here it would take it to the next value, and so on. And you can basically just flip on and off all of these, which add them to give you a certain number of results. Now, this right here isn't so much useful in and of itself unless I were to make like a BCD display or something. That would look kind of cool. It's more useful for my actual computer that I'm going to make, and it'll help me do a lot of the logic behind it. We're going to look over here. This is the user input with A and B. I used black wool for B, color coding, and gray wool for A. And of course, I have another set of gray wool. As you can see, it comes out from the adder, and this just runs down here and powers a piston, which pushes up some wool and allows the signal to go through. And without this piston up, the signal won't go through, and there will be no output. And because of that, the adder will essentially be off. Because of how I designed this line here, I can just continue the line this way and create a subtractor, and then carry the lines over to this right here. Now you're probably interested in the juicy stuff, the logic gates here, because this is just a line carrying the signal. And here are the logic gates, combination of some XOR and XNOR, I believe, and a few other gates. And we're gonna take a look at. There's currently 8 of them here because I'm using an 8-bit format for my computer. And over here we have the amazing little adder. And the adder basically it takes all of your inputs and gives you an output. So if we were to say that this is a 2 right here, because of course we have A and B, so this is A and B and they're both 2. This is the value of 2. So we turn this on and it'll give you the output 2. Or we can flip the other one and it'll give you the output 2. Or we can do this one, because of over here there would be A and B, which are both 1. And if we have both of those on, like for here, if we have both of them on, it goes on the carry line to the next one. This would be 4 and 4. 2 plus 2 is 4, so this also has a value of 4. And 1 and 1, when they're put together, they have the value of 2, which means they're going to get carried over here and have the same value as if one of these is flipped on. And it'll give us an output of 2. So if we flip another one in combination with this, it'll give us the carry line or whatever, and turn off this output because that's 4 over there. It's 2 plus 2 is 4. And if we turn on this as well, it gives us the output here and here, because this is 2 output, this is a 4 output, and that gives us a grand total of 6. And because 2, 2, and 2 is 6, that makes sense right there. And here's how the actual logic behind it works. So you have this lever, and as soon as you turn the lever on, the signal travels through here to a redstone torch, which is on. That redstone torch keeps this on, which keeps all of these off, and powers here, which keeps these off, which then inverts the signal over to here, where this is on and it powers these, and because these are powered, these are off, so this is also off. So we have no output. As soon as we flip the first lever, you're going to see a few things change. This torch is now off. This is still on because this one on the other side is still powering it. So these torches do not come on. This torch, however, does turn this on, which in turn turns this off, which turns this one on, which gives enough to power the output, so we have two, because one of the levers was flipped and that's two. Same effect happens here. This one is on, but now this one's off, and they both, because they're right next to each other, they both give the same signal. Now when they flip two of them, both of these are going to be powered, so they're going to be off. However, actually let's not start with that, let's start with these two torches. Since these two torches are both off, that means that this is also off. So these three redstone torches will be on, and these two will keep these on. That way we don't accidentally have this output on, because then that would leave an output of 2, and we only want this on because this has an output of 4. And 2 plus 2 is 4. So if we had this one on as well, that would be 6, and we don't want that. So this also powers the carry line, which is 4. And of course we have the same results as a 4 off, where it has no output. Now when we flip all 3 levers, this will give this will turn this off, which in turn lets this be on. So this has an output of 2. And then this will have an output of 4, which adds up to 6, because 2, 2, and 2 is 6. That's basically how the adder here works. Pretty simple mechanism. Maybe simple is a stretch. Once you really get to understand it, then it seems simple, but first it can seem pretty complicated. And of course, we start over here with the 1 value, which doesn't have any carryover. But if we powered both of these, then the line, as you can see, would carry over to here, which is 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, 64, and finally 128. Now what happens when we have 128 fully powered and the carry goes over? We added an extra line here, which is just by itself, and it'll go over and power this final one. Because of course we have 4 here, 8, and then this is a 9th, if they're all powered. So that's basically how the adder works. Yeah, like and subscribe, please. Okay. This is my nice adder. And I'll see you next time.